BackChat, powered by Fleet Network, Dan Const, Hamish Brayshaw, and Slurpee McGee over here.
Mate, you took my crack away. I cracked the can.
Slurpee
You made me start the episode again, so you get the
Crack
slurp.
away.
That's what happens.
Yeah.
BackChat _ on socials is where you can find us, or you can email us hello@backchatpodcast.com.au.
Yes, you can.
Episode 100 last week. Now we're on to something new.
Nah, we're at the top of the
We
mountain.
hit the mountain and now we're on the way down.
We climbed the next peak. We're at
Yeah.
I don't know.
Kosciuszko, and now we go
Nah,
to...
I think it may have been Everest last
Edmund
week.
Hillary and Tenzing Norgay
Tenzing. Our man
have
Tenzing.
summited Everest. And now what do we do? That's a great question.
Ruben Jimmy, the boy. With his own song on the podcast. I'm not sure how to top it.
No.
We will top it.
We'll try.
Of course.
Oh, well, actually, I know exactly. It'll be Dan fighting Lydio. That'll be huge.
We'll top it with... I'm going to get so hurt when we do that. We'll top it when we release the boy song as its own
Yep. That'll
thing.
be huge.
A lot of people are calling for it, and we've been trying to figure out a way to make that happen.
Yep.
Can I issue a formal apology to our fans? I've had a lot of feedback over the last week. How dare you make such a good, catchy song that gets stuck in heads? Like, people were saying the boy was...
Earworm.
Yeah.
And so all I want to say is I do apologise, but I also want to say, he's the boy, Jinby.
Exactly.
No, nothing can take it. You know what I mean.
Yeah.
Exactly. But that's what good people do. They dangle things out there.
There's a
It's
carrot out there.
the
for
juicy
for the
dangler
audience, yeah.
that they call them.
wow.
Do they call it the juicy dangler?
Leave people all juiced up and leave them dangling. The juicy dangler. That's a
That's the first time I've ever heard that.
well. There's okay. Anyways,
There's another saying for you.
let's move on.
Let's.
So
Please.
something. You want to talk about the juicy dangler a bit more?
No.
mate.
That's a Mighty Boosh reference.
Yeah,
Okay, if you haven't
there
seen
you
that, it's the Mighty Boosh. Something happened earlier. A few things actually that we need to address with Hammer because he wasn't here when we were at the paddo before our pre-show meeting that we like to do. We like to head to the Pankton Ale House. Always look after us there. Shout out to them. They don't sponsor us.
Yeah, they don't like to look after us
but
by
I feel
pouring our
they
beers.
Yeah, they absolutely could.
We hold the Monday night till is on us at BackChat.
That's right.
Yeah, well, last time I was there, I was absolutely buckled with Cal from the Southern River Band.
That's right.
That's right. That was a BackChat Christmas party.
It sure was.
The first thing that happened that I wanted to bring you in on, Hamish, was that we had some beers. And also, Nick said to me before I went to the bathroom, one of our producers here, he said, chip flavour preference. And I said, I looked up at the, behind the bar, there's a few options. And I said, salt and vinegar. Walked away.
Of course.
Of course, exactly. Came back. Nick's got a packet.
There was three options.
Yeah.
There was salt and vinegar.
Yep.
There was twisties, cheese.
Do love a
Great.
twisty.
Not chicken twisties. We're talking cheese
I'm a big
twisties.
cheese twisty
Yeah,
guy.
OG.
And there was original.
Yeah.
There were three options.
Okay,
And also, Nobby's original nuts.
There was a fourth option.
Okay, so you could,
Primo option. If you're feeling.
if you're a
So
fancy
there are the
guy.
four options.
Yeah, if you want a juicy dangler, go for a primo nut.
I went to the bathroom and came back to a table with Nick sitting there with a pint of Hans Super Dry
Jeez.
Yeah.
and a packet of original Smith's crisps.
That's just disappointing.
What's your go-to chip flavour, Hammer? 'Cause
I'm a salt and vinegar guy.
Yeah.
absolutely.
There's just no question about it.
When we came back and then Scully came in, we talked about salt and vinegar. And Nick was like, "Oh, why would I want to do that? Why would I want to?"
It's just an original chip with more flavour and it's way better.
The bartender said to me, I said, I'd like to apologise to my friend before. I'm actually surprised you sell the original flavour chips.
What are you thinking?
He said, look, we have contractual obligations to peg them up on the board, but no one buys them. Only people that buy them are boring people. Original chips. Original flavours. I do consider myself a bit of an aficionado in the flavouring considerations. Light and tangy. I'm a light and tangy guy from way back.
Do love a light and tangy.
I'm an atomic tomato guy from way back. That's the sort of deal.
Is that Smith's or is that Samboy?
That's Samboy. Yeah, we're talking Samboy. Look,
Same guy.
I was shocked. I was appalled. Nick's just started with the podcast. He's producing. He's running all things back.
What are your thoughts on chicken?
Disgusting.
I'm not a big fan.
Yeah, I'm not a massive fan of the chicken personally.
Nick's doubled down with saying, if I don't have original, I'll have chicken.
the other worst flavour.
Oh, wow. I feel like I'm a big shapes guy. Love shapes. I feel like that's the original equivalent is the savoury shape. The worst
What flavour?
shape.
Savoury.
Yeah, I just have a savoury
Salt.
shape. What? It's just cardboard. Anyway.
I've got so many levels of chips to get through before I get to original. In fact, it is bottom of the barrel. I can't tell you a flavour that I would have
below.
after
Yeah.
I have original.
No,
I
agree.
Does this video ring?
Go on, look up BackChat Studios on YouTube and you'll see some vision here.
Do you know who this is and what this is? Does this ring any bells?
Not a single bell.
How am I too young for this?
Oh my gosh!
This is an ad.
So this is for people watching or listening.
The earring. I forgot about the earring.
This is the Gobble Doc. Is that right? Is it the Gobble Doc? It's the Smith's
Gobble Dog.
Gobble Doc.
What the fuck is happening? It's like the Hamburglar, but for chips.
But a furry troll.
It looks like an Ewok from Star Wars.
So a bit of background on that. That was pegged for one ad campaign in like the late 80s.
He went for 50 years.
And it went that well that they kept bringing him back to the point where I think they brought him back for a 2021 90th anniversary chip.
The Gobble Dog.
The Gobble Doc. And as I told you this before, Scully, and as I'm saying it now, I feel like maybe I misremembered. But my parents owned a petrol station, the Gull in Lansdale. Dino and Diane there.
Fabry.
When they first opened it, they had this open day where they had mascots and stuff. You come in and it was like a brand new petrol station.
You're kidding.
The Gobble Doc was there. Not only
Do you know who the Gobble Doc was?
It was you, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
and it was either that or I think I may have
you
been
got any
dressed up.
pictures of the Gobble Doc to have another look? Keep going.
I may have dressed up as either the Gobble Doc or the Paddle Pop Lion. Do you remember the Paddle Pop Lion?
There's a
Paddle
fair
Pop
fucking
line, yeah,
difference, mate. I've got to be honest. The Paddle Pop Lion's a lion. The Gobble Doc
troll.
is something from your nightmares.
If you're just listening
Looks like
to
the guy
this,
from the Goonies.
as soon as you get
The
to,
Gobble
yes,
Doc, yeah.
as soon as you get to work or wherever you're going right now, if you're just listening to the podcast,
Yeah, Google the Gobble Dog.
Google
Google.
the goggle. What's it
Dog.
called?
The Goggle Dog.
I can't say anything
It's a
here.
thing
on
of
the
Gobble
nightmares.
Dog.
It's
Yeah,
a thing
no,
of nightmares. It's absolutely disgraceful.
Imagine that thing coming to steal your chips.
I think
I'll be
that's what it
stealing
was
more
doing.
than your chips, mate. Lock your kids up, seriously. Okay, keep going.
Okay, the other that was the first thing that came up at the paddo. The second thing
of
that came up
course.
at the paddo is that we're just talking about Scully's weekend, and I don't know if you want to take it from here, but I just want to peg one thing that you brought up. You said, "Oh, so I messaged Chris Hemsworth last night."
Jeez.
Why don't you tell us what
Thor.
you did? So Sunday night, run us through Schofield,
Look, I've
the life of Will Schofield.
footy season, end up working weekends, Hammer, so I do Fox
mate.
Footy, work the
I know you do. You're doing a great job.
Thank you, mate. West Coast, Essendon.
jacket this week.
Really boring. Shout
It
out,
was a great jacket this week, wasn't it?
shout out Suit Vault. Suit Vault sorted me out in Subiaco. Anyway, moving on, do that. Sunday, do a call from the radio. So it's a big weekend. I do
Massive
Auskick.
weekend.
We spoke about Auskick a couple of weeks ago. Got them humming, by the way.
Yeah,
I will
nice.
shout out Mount Hawthorn Cardinal.
Lots of
Auskickers.
shout outs this morning.
They are, and
By
it's
this
not
morning,
even
I
morning.
mean
Yes.
8:44.
Anyway,
Today.
I mean, it feels like the morning, but
Tonight.
I did Auskick, did a game, came home at 6:30. Alex and the kids were down in Mandurah. She'd spent the day down there, so got the home to myself. Love to go and have a beer.
Why wouldn't you?
I believe I texted you.
You did? We'll get there.
I'm remembering a few things because anyway, push came to shove, opened a bottle of wine, had a couple of those, finished a bottle of wine by myself.
Yep.
Got a bit active on social media. I think at some stage Tom Duday has accepted a request to come on BackChat, so we look forward to having him on.
Big fan.
Chatting to people left, front, and centre,
of course.
you, back and forth. Anyway, while I was remembering all this, I remembered I'd messaged Chris Hemsworth on Instagram, and in my mind, I thought it was good. It was a sort of a bit of a reaching out. Couple of big dogs in the industry.
Of course.
Chris Hemsworth has 56 million followers on Instagram.
Yeah.
I've messaged
Thor.
him.
You messaged Thor.
messaged
Would be the
him
most famous Australian on the planet.
10:15 p.m. right, Australian time. Yeah, mate. ... Very long shot. I will say with some context because this is fucking embarrassing.
I feel gross.
I started reading it, and I had to stop reading it at the paddock.
This is embarrassing already.
So, with context, I'm trying to get to the UFC in Vegas with KO, and they've said we need a tier 1 celebrity. So, in my mind at the time last night, I thought, what tier 1s do I know? We're talking Daniel Ricciardo.
Yep.
We're talking Sam Kerr.
Yep.
We're talking Fisher, who I also messaged, but I won't be reading out what I wrote to him.
Please.
But we're talking Chris Hemsworth.
Okay.
56 million followers.
That's tier 1, baby.
Big
Come
UFC
on.
fan.
Massive.
Tier 1.
But hang on, just one sec. you know Daniel Ricciardo and you have some loose connection to Sam.
I have
Kerr.
no connection to Chris Hemsworth. None. Okay. I just know he's
Just
a
a
person.
stab in the dark.
Mate, very long shot. Not even a stab in the dark. This is quote. I was going to quote. Mate, ... Very long shot. Oh, fuck, this is bad, man.
Keep going.
I don't know.
Do you want me to read it?
I've played. Oh, fuck.
Read it word for word. Don't skip.
Do you want me to
anything.
read it?
I've played AFL for 14 years. Started a podcast. Top 5 in Australia.
Great.
That's a lie.
Was.
Oh my God, the next sentence is so fucked. I'm using it as a vessel to live out my childhood dream.
I don't want to. I can't hear anymore.
That's sentence 2, right? There's still a bit to go. Hope you're playing along at home. I'm a huge UFC fan. KO wants to send me to Vegas for UFC 290, but want fuck. But want a quotation marks big dog with me.
Oh my God.
And then it gets a bit wild because
Oh my God.
I think I might have been the auto cue took. I'm just going to read out what it says.
Just fucking read it.
I did Erie with Danny Rick last year.
Oh my God.
Want to make my dreams come try and come talk some shit to some fighters pre-fight, then take on the big day. Double question mark.
Oh my God.
And at the time, I thought I have nailed
I'm
that.
onto a fucking winner
Chris
here.
Hemsworth's
What's
coming
eerie?
Vegas with me.
What's eerie?
It was meant to say Europe.
Oh my
It
God.
was meant to say Europe. It was meant to say I did Europe with Danny Rick last year. As if
Did
he
you?
fucking knows
Yeah.
it. Yeah, we did.
Well, that's good.
Want to make my dreams come instead of try, it's meant to say true. Want to
That's
make
that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard from you. Easily.
You're
I
so
am
well.
so
You are.
embarrassed.
Yeah,
well,
well,
that's
okay.
fine. Hammer,
Let's-
you ever messaged
yeah.
someone famous?
Have I ever messaged someone famous?
Like you haven't messaged, I don't know, like
No, I think Hammer was going to the vault to see what I messaged him last
Yeah,
night.
no, I'm definitely that's what I'm
okay,
doing.
grab that up. While you're trying to find that, I'll tell
I've
you.
already
about-
got it.
Oh, you got it. Go read it.
That was quick.
It wasn't very hard. It was my very recent messages. So I was we played footy yesterday, and we won. We went out for a couple of beers.
Down the Royals.
Count the Royals, count the Mighties. Went to
Who's
El Grotto
good?
into Scarborough, and 7:05 p.m.
3 hours before the Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah. So the last text message I got from Scully was on Friday night. He was on the radio, and it was like a set up prank call sort of thing.
good.
Pretty funny. Anyway,
Hammer pretended to be Cameron
I
Smith.
pretended to be Cam Smith after we had our golf day. We'll get into it.
It's very good.
Anyway, Friday 7:17, very good. I said, well played. That was it. So 2 days before. 7:05 p.m. yesterday.
This is
You
detailed.
drinking odd somewhere? Question mark. Piss. So he's already pissed because he's missed.
I wasn't pissed. I got off air at 6.
You
I wasn't
drinking
pissed
piss? You drinking piss somewhere? Out of the blue. I said, mate, I'll be at Scarborough. I'll be in Scarborough in 45 minutes. I wasn't even there yet. So we thought it might be in response to my photo. I said, I'll be in Scarborough in 45 minutes drinking pints. You out? Question mark. His love reacted to drinking pints.
Great.
Not yet, but considering.
It's just so detailed.
Having a chat with Chris.
Go on, mate. I'll see you in an hour. Scully laughed. I said the shook hand emoji. He goes 50-50 at the negotiating table currently. Fair enough. I'll throw this to the coming outside. Beers are awesome.
This is from Hammer.
I'll throw this to the staying inside. You're being a bitch.
is all from Hammer.
You make the decision. Anyway, an hour and a half later, nothing. I text Scully, El Grotto. Scully was pissed at this point. Fuck my life. Who are you with? Sent me a photo of him drinking wine in his house.
by myself.
By
texting
himself.
Chris.
He said, who are you with so I can feel something when I'm hanging from the rafters? Essentially meaning he's going to kill himself if he doesn't come out. Some of the East Perth, what are you doing? Drinking wine at home. I said, being honest, this isn't as pissy as I'd like it to be. I could come over and drink wine at your place. I said, I've just polished off a bottle by myself. Going well, this is Scully. I feel like Sunday at El Grotto is the place to be. Sure. I said, it's going brilliantly. He said, but I'm also very up for wines in the garage. Feel free to bring a crew. Fuck, I want to come out and meet you guys now. Look out, question mark. If I can get it over the line, I'll join. I'm climbing Everest.
Okay. Great. Thank you, Hamish, for the updates. That was shit, by the way. Yeah, I texted Chris Hemsworth and Hamish Brayshaw. There you go. I had a couple of hours on both.
Yep.
And
Scully didn't come out.
that's where we sit.
You mentioned golf on Friday, Hammer. So we went to a golf day.
Sorry, I've just spilt Coke on myself.
That's okay.
I'm obviously pissed too.
You okay?
I'm good. Continue.
We had a golf day on Friday.
We did. It was great.
So you, Scully, Sam Butler,
Yep, Butsy was there. And Scotty Cummings.
Scotty Cummings. The awesome foursome big golf team.
Massive.
What's the type of game that you guys were playing? It's
Four-ball Ambrose.
Four-ball Ambrose. So you didn't need to take everyone's shot. You sort of took the best shot from each hole.
You take the best shot from each.
Which is great when you've got a guy like you on the team hitting. You were hitting well. So just as a reference, so Scotty and I haven't played golf with you before, and I didn't play. I was just out on the cart drinking beers. Was that one of your better games? Just to give us context.
Yeah, I hadn't played well in a while.
Because you were smoking them.
I was hitting the shit out of it. Like I was piping the ball. I was driving it.
For context, I've rocked up. There's 30 blokes there. Everyone's got their own golf clubs. I didn't even bring clubs to this golf.
They had a coach, like a big coach, right? They all rocked up on the coach, and then the big doors at the bottom of the coach open up, and they're all.
It's a bus, by the way.
It was
for anyone who's not 50.
Coach.
It's a bus.
I was anxiety stricken because we have to tee off in front of everybody, and I am pacing up and down. Blah blah blah. I say, Hammer, you've got to go first for our team because I can't handle this pressure.
For context, for anyone who is a golfer listening, normally corporate golf days are what's called a shotgun start, which is where everyone's spread over the whole course. You start at the exact same time, but on different holes.
Great.
Secret Harbour wouldn't let us do it for whatever reason, so we all started on the first hole, and you watched the groups in front of you go. Scully was nervous. There was probably...
I don't play golf, that's why.
I don't play golf. We watched 4 groups tee off. When it was our turn to go, we had 3 groups behind us. We step up, or I step up, and I'm wearing like Benjamin Franklin $100 bill American golf pants.
You'll see it on
out there.
socials soon.
You will. I'm like,
people are starting to talk shit at this
People
stage.
are talking shit to me. I've clearly got the new stealth that I lost all this weight and then put it all back on for. And like everyone's saying,
this is the stealth that we've covered on this
everyone's
podcast.
saying that, I'm the only guy. Apparently everyone else in my team sucks. It's a lot. All the pressure's on me. Go on, step up. You got that new club. Your dad bought that for you. Heckles galore.
You've crunched it.
And I have stepped up and fucking obliterated the shit out of this ball. And oh boy, God, it felt good. It was euphoric. Honestly, orgasmic. It was fucked.
People literally gasped at how hard you hit the ball.
Someone fainted.
Someone died, I think. Someone literally died.
I've dribbled it off the tee, but I was just thankful to God.
It was straight.
It went straight.
And I was like,
and you made contact with the ball. It was fucked.
Anyway,
was
golf's long story short, golf's a shit sport.
That's a lie.
It was a good time, but it was nice to see. Like we've heard Hammer talk about playing golf a lot, but it's just to see him in the flesh
see me out there.
and smoking balls.
Yeah, I was hitting the ball well.
Was very
dare
good.
say he could be even better, but I would say just as good of a golfer as you are as a footballer.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's good.
We got some footage?
Yeah, we got some footage of Scully
That's a
hitting
nice thing to say.
hitting a shot. This is on the shelter, long closest to the pinhole.
I've had a beer. Shelter. Look at this. I think my swing looks good.
Yeah, it does.
Good stance,
Bit
good
of
kit,
wind.
good kit.
He's hit it about a metre and a half, maybe.
That is
look
really
back.
hard to do.
That was probably your worst shot of the day. I'll
Easily.
give you that.
Oh
Easily
yeah,
worst shot of the day.
absolutely.
You were hitting him far a lot of the time.
Just not straight.
Just not on the course.
Who hit? Wait,
I hit a
remembered.
house.
Yeah, you hit the house.
I hit the house,
And
yeah.
about 20 seconds later, there was someone standing on the balcony, just
Overlooking the course.
Who builds a house next to a golf course?
Wow.
Lots of people.
House owners.
Lots
of
of people
people.
do that. There's lots of houses near the golf courses.
Anyway, we're going to have golf content throughout socials.
That's right.
Keep an eye on it.
Hammer
We might-
swings, baby. Come on.
That's it. You follow Hammer Swings. Give it a little follow.
Let's go to some footy because Gary Lyon has come at the defence of defenders. Now, a lot of chatter in these, Fox footy shows. It's about the midfield.
No, don't worry about it.
the-
I'll introduce this.
the forwards.
Don't worry about this stuff, right? So, what we say on this podcast, and Hammer's a midfielder, but I respect him because he could. Well, yeah, I think he can defend.
I'm not quick enough, mate.
Yeah, look, we know what it is,
liability.
right? Forwards, they sign the sponsorships, right? No, they sell the memberships. Forwards, they sell the memberships.
Yeah, they do, mate.
Mids,
Sign sponsorships.
they sign sponsorships.
Yeah, absolutely.
We know what backs do, right? We're very well aware on this podcast what backs do. They win premierships. Gary Lyon, respect him as a media personality. He's been doing it a long time.
Hasn't he?
Been doing it a long time. But he seems to not have picked up on the fact that backs are where the game's at, mate. Not forwards.
No.
Certainly not forwards. Let's have a listen and a watch to what Gary Lyon's got to say about forwards. He's got no idea.
On the couch.
When did the interceptors become the owners of football right now? The intercept defenders, when are they taking over the game?
Wake up, Gary.
We're heading for the most intercept marks ever.
How good?
scores got recorded. And I'm looking at this, and I'm looking at you, and
Jonathan
you didn't
Brown.
play down there too often. It's a disgrace
Nah.
from our brethren's point of view.
Nah.
It is a disgrace.
It's hilarious.
We sit back as a big, manly... We stick up for them all the time.
Big
The match
manly.
winners pay them the big money, and they're sitting back being dominated by a bunch of defenders.
How bloody good, Gary. How bloody good.
What is it? Is it the individual?
Nah, you know what? Don't even need to hear the rest of it. Getting done by a bunch of defenders. You know what, Gary and Jono Brown sucked in. I couldn't be happier to see this coverage on one of the biggest programs on national TV on the couch. Forwards sucked in. Just want to highlight
It's getting overtaken. It's a disgrace, as he said.
that. Sucked in, Gary.
Intercept marks.
You got a
What
double R in your name.
does he? Is he a Gary with a double R?
Gary.
Look like it.
Gross.
Gross.
It's yuck. In New Zealand this past weekend, the Warriors v Broncos. We're big rugby boys.
Oh, yeah, we love our
we
rugby,
love
don't
our
we?
rugby, of course. We love to talk about the
Do you
rugby.
remember when we were in Hong Kong after 18 at the sports bar and the Super Rugby highlights? We were there for 4 days straight. So this is a quick detour, but who cares?
Oh, I love it.
We were walking. We got to Hong Kong at like 7 o'clock in the morning. Places don't start serving beers until about 11.
Yes.
Chris Maston had our entire budget for beers. We walked in, popping our head in these bars. The people are there getting stuff ready, and it's open.
The sports
Are
bar.
you guys serving beer yet? No, we're not. We'll be here for the next 3 days, spending a lot of money. Can you do it? No. Finally got to this sports bar that was open, but it wasn't serving beer until 11 o'clock. This woman behind the counter, Masto, walks in. Are you guys serving beers? No, we're 11 o'clock. He goes, took out all the money from the envelope. We are going to be here for 4 days. This is the amount of money. If you can start serving beers in the next 20 minutes, everyone will be here every day. She goes, bang, 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 makes a couple of phone calls. 20 minutes later, there's 8 staff there. We're all drinking pints. That's where we stayed for the next 4 days.
That's how that happened.
Yeah, that's how it happened. But on the big screen in the sports bar for 4 days straight was a 10-minute highlight reel that was on loop of like Super Rugby highlights of guys like diving and doing these massive, all these cool things. So yeah, we love our rugby, and I watched it for 4 days straight.
You're going to love this.
Big tackle here. Warriors v Broncos on the weekend. So this game's played in New Zealand. There's some pitch invaders.
We love a pitching, mate.
It's not union, though. It's league, right?
Sorry,
so they've
league.
played a game. It's Broncos, New Zealand Warriors. It's rugby league.
Yeah.
Have a look at the amount. So that was one guy. Have a look at the amount of pitch
Another one.
invaders they cop here, right? So this is the first. She's a female. She gets ripped down by her hair.
Yeah, nice. Got him.
Another one coming.
Yep.
Gone.
Bang! Go for the legs. I like
Just
it.
keep watching. That's 2. We're going to count them. Here comes the third. Third. Mounts the old boy. Strips him. Takes him on.
Got him.
Breaks the tackle.
Oh, he's
See you
4.
later. That's 3. Gone. Bang. 4th over the back.
Yep, and there's a
5
fifth over the back.
Over the back.
Jeez, there's a
Keep
lot. Another one.
going, wait.
Strength in numbers here. I like it. Oh, there's another one.
So, mate,
How many is that? 8?
the announcer ends up having to come over the PA here. It's like,
Bit of
can we
booing
hear
from
this?
the crowd.
Can we turn it up?
Radio people, it is not okay to let your mates do this sort of stuff, so stop them before they do something dumb.
It's in the middle of an NRL
Stop
game,
them
mate.
before they do something dumb.
It's not fair to let your mates do this. Just stop them before they do. They literally, old mate here goes from end to end. He started it.
Shirtless.
In fair,
He's got his shirt off.
They've left this to the end.
They're lining
the
up.
play's happening.
Yeah.
He's in the middle of the play. Goes into the players. See you later. Coming from deep over in the security guard.
Yeah,
The
okay.
guy on the announcer, please stop.
Oos. Got
He's
him.
got some wheels,
Yeah,
doesn't he?
he's
And then
good.
look at him take off.
Oh, puts the jets on.
So it got us thinking a little bit, Hamish. Some of the great
Pitch invasions.
pitch invasions of all time.
Absolutely. We've got another one here. So this is from the Gold Coast. And
This is rugby
one of-
league. This is rugby league.
Rugby league. A woman actually films herself before she actually jumps on. So give us a bit of audio here, Damo.
My actual biggest goals in life has been to actually...
So my biggest actual goal in life is to run on a football field and, yeah, I'm doing this ready.
So this is a selfie video.
Fan Javon Johnson interrupting
Thanks,
the
7
Eels
News.
versus Titans game last night.
Breaks one tackle. Another guy comes on.
Didn't miss.
Bang!
It is so for people just listening that
Titans got hammered. The ground invader slaughtered, cut in half. What a shot.
Cut to random guy in the crowd. Security guard's been
Bang. Yeah, that was fucking massive.
he was very happy with
Security
that.
does that tackle where they like lift them up off the
Yeah.
floor a bit, then drive them into the ground.
Yeah.
Let's look at this one here. This is England Rugby Union, and a player.
Oh, yeah, this guy, Jarvis. Java.
Yes, so he tries to get photos with all the professional teams. Well, not today, mate. Bye-bye.
Butts. So he's just lined up before the national anthem.
That was the security guard coming from deep.
This bloke bowled a ball about a month before this.
Bowled a ball?
He bowled a ball in a West Indies Test match.
No way.
With like a full kit on, just jumped on, grabbed the ball and had a bowl.
No way.
It was hilarious.
So he's like
he was a
notorious
professional pitch invader.
Great,
Would
love
get the
that
full
one.
kit and jump on and do it. He did a bunch of them.
The one when we were chatting before the show, we're thinking about like great pitch invasions. The one thing that came to mind for all of us was
Roy Simons.
Yeah, Roy Simons. Let's have a look at this
Is
one.
this it?
Yeah, this is it.
How's the kit?
So this is who are they playing here?
That
India.
looks like
Huh? India or Sri Lanka?
India.
India.
Pitch invader.
City on his ass.
So they've zoomed out on the coverage because what happens when Pitch Invader comes in?
They don't like to broadcast it.
Nah, so it happened
No,
on
they
Fox
don't
Footy.
like to
It
broadcast
happened Fox
especially if
Footy.
the person's naked.
No, but Fox Footy was just a random pitch invader, and they're like, don't go to the coverage, don't talk about them, don't even speak about them. This one here, I'm hoping we get the close-up footage here. Like, so they've zoomed out, don't want to talk about it. Andrew Simons is at the non-striker end. Richie Beno,
Here we go.
this guy's naked.
Butts.
Oh my God, father.
He's a tank as well.
He's a big boy, wasn't he?
One.
The bloke is absolutely
Drove his
stone cold
shoulder and
naked.
flattened him.
He's stone cold naked.
Oh, he's completely starkers. And he has just been put. Oh, imagine the turf burn on your ass too. Shit.
Simo's just
Yeah,
lining
no
next
worries,
to
mate.
you know.
Back to the non-striker end as if it was nothing. Oh, here's another one.
It's Simo again.
Roy goes
Oh, and
again.
he's tackled him down.
Oh, in the head. Oh my God.
That was like DDR.
Oh my God. Bang.
Isn't that, you're a wrestling fan, isn't that the Diamond Dallas Page? Doesn't he run from behind, grab someone and through
The what's it? His is the Dallas the diamond
the
cutter. or
diamond
something?
cutter?
The diamond cutter.
That looks like the diamond
does
cutter.
look like the diamond cutter. That's the running bulldog, is what that actually is.
Right.
That's that move.
Just checking my Instagram, see if Chris Hemsworth has written back.
While we're doing some other sports, let's go to Luton Town. Right, so these guys have just
Luton Town.
Luton Town. So this is the game that determines whether or not you
In
get
the
promoted
Championship.
into the Premier League. This is sort of
Here we go, boys.
let's look at this video here.
So
It's a way in.
basically, these boys are going into Luton Town. This is
Yep.
for the championship. They are in the backyards of people. That's where this stadium is.
Look at this video here.
These guys just won the championship playoff game, and the back of the stadium is in people's backyards.
Backyards.
They've just got into the Premier League. So Man City, Arsenal, Man
They're
U,
all gonna have to
they're
come
gonna
and play here.
Yep.
That's right.
So they've just won $200 million to their purse
Oh my God.
to upgrade stadiums and things like that. But literally, if you've got tickets to this end of the ground, you're walking through backyards of people's houses.
And Manchester United are going to have to play.
Yeah. What do they call it? The richest game in the world or something like that? Because
Wow.
they've just won that and gone to the Premier League. $200 million.
Good on them.
Oh, no. We can pause this.
We can pause this. A bit of Jim Stein's footage. I got 2 tips on AFL this week. 2.
I got 5.
I think I
What
was
were you
also
doing?
5.
I
What were you doing, bro?
I don't know. I tipped West Coast. I was like, you know how often
You tipped West Coast.
So did I.
So did you.
yeah, so did Hammer. So
Why did you pick West Coast? Jeez, you're a nuffy, mate.
No, this is my
Oh,
this is my thing.
No, please.
Home ground. Shannon Hearn's
Home
back. I need to make up some ground on tipping. I thought
So
I was
you
gonna...
picked the guaranteed loss of the week.
Nah, it wasn't guaranteed. Wasn't guaranteed loss of the week.
You are just signifying what a nuffy fan you are. You picked West Coast.
Just have it. So I'm just going to show you my tipping. Look at
Hammer
this.
is
It's just red.
employed by the club. Do you understand that? That's why he picks them.
It doesn't
What's
matter.
your excuse?
The fact is, we both tipped them.
We did
I
both
just
tip
go in
them, yep.
facts. 100% facts.
Yeah, you're a
That's it.
facts guy.
Facts guy. We both tipped them. So let's start from the beginning of the round because I don't know how I butchered this so badly. Sydney.
You picked West Coast.
Carlton.
Very evident how you butchered
okay.
it.
Even if I got that, that's 3 out of 9.
I tipped the baggers as well, the gutless baggers.
Okay, the gutless baggers. I got to stop tipping Carlton,
Yeah, they'll never be tipped again for mine.
Our winner of the league got 7 this week.
Which is pretty
Shout
decent.
out to his name, please, Nicholas. But yeah, 7 was the best this week.
Joey.
Joey.
Joey,
Well done,
absolutely. Joey underscore is the name of his team name.
$250 Camfield voucher. If you are listening and you're not involved in the tipping comp, you can still join. You got to be a patron.
Yep, absolutely.
So sign up as a patron, join the tipping league. You can win $250 voucher every week to the Camfield.
That's
Joey's
nice,
taking that home with 7. That's all he had to get, 7. Because Dan got 2.
It was a
That's who you're
tough
competing
week.
against.
I will just say, Scully, you got 3. You're saying you got 5.
Yeah, I'm in a lot of tipping competitions, and I say a lot of things in
So
a
you
lot
got
of different
3
shows.
because you tipped West Coast. Probably because you tipped Essendon.
What were your other tips for the week, Dan?
I tipped Saints over Hawks. I think
So did
that's-
I. I think so did most
I think
people.
that's fair. I tipped Melbourne over Fremantle.
Idiot. Sorry, you tipped Narm over Wally up, obviously. Of
course.
Idiot.
Geelong, GWS. Tipped Geelong.
Yeah,
I
everyone
tipped
did.
GWS there.
No,
I
you
tipped-
didn't.
I did.
You tipped.
That was their 3rd win at Cardinia Park, GMHBA Stadium in a row. Why did you pick GWS?
I picked GWS because Geelong are just like riddled with injury. They got no one good at the moment playing. They've got they got a handful of good
Jeremy
players.
Cameron, Tom Hawkins.
Yeah, I just don't think they're good enough across the park at the moment.
But while we're on Geelong GWS, Sam de Koning took the
Batman.
spotlight for me with his Batman mask.
I don't know how you're allowed to wear this.
This is outrageous. So
You're not allowed to wear a thumb guard that's made of that plastic stuff, let alone a face guard.
LeBron James, I've
What's
seen
he wearing
Dwayne
that
Wade.
for?
He had a fractured.
He had like facial reconstruction surgery or something.
Right.
He's a handsome guy as well, so that's a real shame. You're blocking off the his face there. So
Money
it's
maker.
like it's bigger than a Batman mask because it goes over the cheeks as
But
well.
what's he had done?
No, it's not.
What's he had
Doesn't
done?
the Batman mask cover this exact same area, but also
Probably,
the
yeah.
top and the back of his head?
I'm thinking of the Robin mask. The Robin mask is slightly
Why are you
smaller.
thinking of the Robin mask?
It's a weird thing to think of.
Do you are you Robin? Is that?
What do you mean in my life?
Yeah.
Well, I don't have a Batman.
The trusty
But like no one
sidekick.
thinks of Robin's mask, but you're thinking of
I was
Robin's
thinking
mask.
like my mask is smaller, and I thought of the Robin mask. What do you mean? You find the most tiny things interesting that I thought of Robin in that situation.
I find
he
that
has
interesting.
a small
It's an
mask.
interesting thing.
You remember the Batman movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Yes.
The Freeze.
The Freeze.
Yeah.
That was a horribly casted Batman.
Was that George Clooney or Michael Keaton?
That was
Who, Freeze?
No,
no
Batman.
Wasn't Freeze?
I reckon it was
Schwarzenegger?
Clooney Batman.
Schwarzenegger was Freeze, and then Ivy was someone.
Uma Thurman, yeah, there you go.
that Damo knows.
Damo knows, yeah.
No, that's Nick. That's Nick.
Oh, sorry.
Nick knows,
sorry.
Damo.
Nick. Robin was cast by that guy who was in like Seventh Heaven. I don't know, some actor. I don't know, some random guy.
They tried to bring him back in The Dark Knight Rises and try and make Joseph
did.
Gordon-Levitt like, oh, your real name's Robin, whatever, you're a legend.
Yep. Absolutely. It got us thinking about other weird things that people have.
What's his name?
Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
No,
what I
like, piss off.
Yeah, piss off, mate. Your name's Robin. Oh, good on you, legend. You should use your real name. I like that name, Robin. Oh,
Have you ever had to wear anything, Hammer, in your time playing that's sort of extra medical, like a
guards.
guard or something?
I have had to wear a thumb guard a
Tubey
couple of
grip.
times, but like, it's that material that's made out of. You get like a full hand thumb guard that protects this, and I've got I had a little one that was here that you had to strap heaps of stuff around because you're not meant to be wearing anything like that that's visible. But that's the only protection that I've ever had to wear.
You wearing a little bit of chibi grip.
Yeah, I got a tubey grip on my shin here, at the bottom of my shin. That is, I got studded in the front and it's all swollen, so I'm just trying to
You
settle
doing-
that down.
Doing all right?
Yeah, doing all right, mate.
Doing okay?
Oh,
Scully, you've repped any sort of
Yeah,
sort of
I've
guard?
actually had the thumb guard as well. Haven't had too many guards, no.
Okay.
There's not many guards you can have, really, is there?
Well, there is the
Oh, there is, mate.
there is the
About to
Brewstall
see some.
headband. Nick,
course.
let's check out the Brewstall headband.
The flying doormat.
This is an elite piece of
Why
what do we
is
call
he
these
wearing that?
accessories?
It's a great question.
Like, why is he
I reckon
wearing
you get
that?
a lot of
Sweat?
as a bald person. I mean, I'm not aware, but maybe a lot of sweat runs down the head into the eyes.
Potentially.
What are
If
you
only,
looking like that?
if only we knew someone that we could
No, but
ask.
you've got a little bit of hair there that could capture some sweat. You're not completely
You do
skin.
have a little bit of hair.
Thank you very much.
Ryan
Ryan
Crowley,
Crowley
with the sweaties.
The
Yep.
sweatbands on the wrists.
That was genuine sweat.
Matty Primus.
Yeah,
That is a mattress.
His
on
knee,
his knee.
his leg is in a cast.
that's
He-
ridiculous.
He's got a knee brace on, but then they've put proper like elastoplast strapping over the top of it, as if that's gonna.
That's
like It's a plaster cast of his knee.
That's the kid that comes back from school holidays and he's got he was in a pool accident or
Is it
something.
Justin Longmuir's leg? Is that Justin Longmuir? Can you zoom out, please? I reckon it might be.
It might be. That's a great get if you can pick him from his leg.
Oh, I reckon that's
It
Justin
could be.
Longmuir.
Well, actually, yeah, it is. 'Cause he's got the glove on. Yeah, there you
Glove. The glove.
So what was it about those legs that you thought Justin Longmuir?
Danny Glover. Don't know.
Just
I don't
know,
want to go
know
there.
your legs?
He knows, yeah,
Have we got
Scotty
any
knows
more?
his legs.
Let's go to Phil
Oh,
Narkle.
Phil Narkle, the bike
Magic.
helmet, Madge.
So this helmet surely must have imagine going in and under, getting the ball and getting clobbered
be
by
tough.
the helmet.
Yeah.
Magic Narkle, who is he still at West Coast? Or?
No, not anymore. He works, I think, at the Footy Commission.
He was looking after the Indigenous boys, bit of culture, bit of relations. He was a good man, Magic Narkle, and that helmet
Still
was
is.
the opposite. Yeah, and that helmet is the opposite of that. That's horrid.
This might be the worst one, and I don't understand it. And maybe
Give us a look.
I don't understand. This is Jim Steins playing bright green something. Have a look here, Hammer.
Competing for the
Wearing a
mark,
hat.
but champion.
Is it like a swimming cap?
Cap was finished in 2 pieces. I didn't see how it happened.
So he's
I don't know whether somebody grabbed it off him.
That's a swimming cap.
So that's Richard Champion jumping it, grabbing
cheating for
off
the
him,
mark,
and he's
but
ripped it.
champion.
it looks like a flimsy cap without
He's got
a
a
swim.
triathlon hat that
Competing
he's
for the
wearing.
mark, but
Why?
champion.
That's a
He's
swimming
Irish.
cap.
He is Irish.
Finished in 2 pieces. I didn't see how it happened.
It's very good. And Drew Morfitt, I believe, is commentating there. Nick will know that. That's exactly Drew Morfitt. Very good.
There you go. All right, let's move on to other games in the round. Another one that I got wrong: Gold Coast v Bulldogs.
No one got this right.
No
either.
one got this right.
Gold Coast. Let's have a look at this 50-metre penalty that was given away very quickly. Bulldogs down by 19.
I just want to highlight this because some of these umpiring decisions that are getting made right now, no one knows. Even the Bulldogs players don't know what's going on. I think we just need a bit of common sense with umpiring across
Such
the
a quick
board.
trigger.
Across the board, just put the trigger away, put the whistle away, and let's just keep it cool. Are we moving on to this quickly?
Yeah,
as this plays on?
let's go West Coast and Essendon. For some reason, I tipped West Coast. That was an easy game. Richmond v Port Adelaide. Richmond was this their first game with the new coach?
Yep.
Usually, the
Yeah, I
team
tipped-
always gets.
I
tipped
said
Port
that
Adelaide.
Port Adelaide would lose this game, Richmond a guaranteed win, and they couldn't get it done. So
Yeah, I
that
tipped-
signifies that Richmond are just genuinely shit.
Yep, absolutely. North Melbourne v Collingwood. Of course, Collingwood was going to win.
Yep.
And it was a big game for Still Sidebottom, who had his 300th game. Huge.
Adelaide, did you tip them or Brisbane?
No, we're not up to that. It was the last game of the. We're
Was it?
going through.
I thought we were going to finish on the video that we've got here, unless we've got another one.
No, we've got more. So Collingwood, Still Sidebottom, 300 games.
Would you like a run sheet to? Run?
No, I wouldn't.
But before the game, he's just
to
getting
keep
in his
things
car.
succinct.
Look, he's got some shoes in there. He heads out to his neighbourhood and he's greeted by about 50 different people.
So still side bottom ahead of his 300th game. He's invited a lot of mates over. This is his next door neighbours. They have.
Would they
if
the
you can-
people that he was
if you
drunk,
can
naked,
hear.
passed out on the side of
That's
the
what
street?
I was thinking.
Is that these neighbours?
Mate, look at this cringe.
Oh my
They
gosh.
set up a streamer banner for him and he's
This is
driven
worse
his
than you
car
messaging
through.
Chris Hemsworth.
So still side bottom, as you've correctly identified, found his way outside the back alley of his house naked and. Naked
Passed
and
out in
afraid.
someone's front yard.
What's that TV show? Naked and Afraid.
Yeah.
So Steele's come out on his 300th. His neighbours have made him look. I don't want to say a substandard banner, but it's
No, it's a piece of shit. Look at it.
not.
Two couple of streamers and some balloons.
broomsticks.
Jeez,
Yeah.
that's cringe, mate.
He would have had to be smiling that whole way through it. Thanks, guys. All right, off to the game.
Shit.
He's done his
Guys,
MCL about 10 minutes into the game as well. The boys that flew over to watch him would have literally
Oh, they would
done
have
it, seen him done that.
devastated.
No, they wouldn't have. They would have straight to the bar.
Yeah, straight to the bar. Got pissed.
Another milestone from that game was Mason Cox played his 100th game. And if you haven't, we actually have interviewed Mason Cox. It was a very good episode. We did that while we were over in Melbourne last year. If you haven't heard that, it's very good. Go back and have a listen. Got us thinking about international players that play in the AFL. Quick one for you, Hammer. Mason Cox has won more games than Patrick Cripps.
Has he really?
Yeah.
Cop that hammer.
Wow. Here's a quick one for you. Mason Cox's win-loss percentage isn't as good as mine. So fuck you.
Yeah.
So how about that? I mean, he'd be a nice guy.
Me or
Is anyone?
No one's is better. There's a few equal, but no one better.
okay.
You can't get better than you.
Tough.
100%. So Mason Cox, we did do with the episode.
He's
with
fucking
him.
enormous, by the way. He
He's
is
huge.
such a big human being.
He came into the Airbnb we had in Melbourne. We did the episode. Literally, no one in the history of the world needed to duck to get in. It was just a normal house.
Yeah.
He's walked in, had to duck to get in the front door.
High ceilings as well.
Like it would be annoyingly.
He's tall.
Tall.
He's annoyingly tall, isn't he?
Correct.
Okay.
All right, let's talk about some international players.
It would just
Sure.
Mason Cox.
Yeah.
Mason
Mason
Cox
Cox won.
On the back of that.
Jim Steins just before another.
Two. Another.
Adam Uze,
Adam Uze. There's a third.
Barbados.
Is he Barbados?
Pardon?
Okay. Albania.
Barbados.
I was going to say, I don't
That's
think
what it
he
says here. Oh, sorry.
Please.
He's a West Indian, is he?
It skipped.
No.
It just literally said the word
Please.
Barbados next to Adam Uze.
Please tell me how Adam Uze is from Barbados.
I just Ron Berge did Barbados next to Adam Uze. I'm just going to move it to the next line. Josh Gibson, Barbados.
Where's Adam Uze from?
That makes a bit more sense.
Of course. Canada, Mike Pike, who we've got a video of playing rugby against the All Blacks. Play this video, Nick. Bit of a scrum here. All Blacks have the ball.
Gallagher feeds it off to the backs. Carter. Major.
Pike.
There's Mike Pike. Come on.
His parents have had a bit of a laugh with everyone naming him Mike, haven't they?
Yeah,
Mike Pike.
Mike Pike, yeah. Having a good chuckle.
How tall was Mike Pike?
He's a ruckman, so he's probably 200 centimetres. Look, I
Still can't get over Adam Uze.
I just am trying to figure out what sport.
I've told you, so just listen once. The word Barbados was next to Adam
I heard
Uze.
how it happened,
Yeah.
but you've said Adam Uze is from Barbados. I can't move on from that.
Okay. It's like the Sydney Swans playing Carlton in Tasmania. You know, those sorts of things when you said on the Sheltered Footy
Things
cast, which
happen.
you've done multiple
I
times.
understand you want to shift the blame, but what you've said is
I've
Adam Uze
I've explained.
is Barbadian, and I just
that it?
can't get that out of my mind.
Barbadian.
Barbadian?
I don't know.
Can we get a check on that,
Yeah.
please?
Barbadan?
I'm not sure. I was actually trying to roll with something before. Barbadosi or something.
Barbadosi.
Barbadosi.
Barbadosi. Last game of the round, Adelaide v Brisbane. I'm pretty sure I tipped Brisbane because I keep
I
tipping them
tipped
for
the
some
mighty
reason.
Crom. I tipped the
Did you?
Crows.
Yeah, I got to
Same.
keep
The
doing
Crows,
that.
mate.
Same.
Zorko's been given one match.
Yep.
Eye
Bit
gouging.
of an eye gouge
Yeah, eye
on
gouge.
Luke Pedlar. Big fan of Luke Pedlar.
Same.
Adelaide
Go.
Crows. Left footer.
Oh,
Yeah. Left footer.
now, I wasn't aware of this video, Nick.
Just
but
play it.
Is
I
this
think
the
I know what it is.
Hapawadi?
It's John Hopewadi play it. So Zorko's putting his fingers where he probably shouldn't. John Hopewadi says, okay, oh my God.
That's a finger in the gooch. What a spider.
Was the Hapawadi a thing that like used to go around friend groups? Like you just hear Hapawadi and you look back and someone is like giving a like just touching him in the butt.
No,
Hapawadi.
mate, no, that's
That was the thing. Hapawadi. You'd hear Hapawadi. You'd
you
run.
just got a finger in the ass.
Yeah, Hapawadi.
No, I don't think that I've ever heard that before.
like in the Richmond change rooms, they were doing that to. Who were the Richmond players doing that to in like before the team song, and they got done for it.
Well, actually, I do remember that.
Yeah, that was the
Hapawadi.
That was
Finger
on
in the coit.
That was on. Yes, I do remember that actually.
Yeah, Hapawadi.
Okay, thank you. What's his first name? What's Hopewadi's first
John?
name? John. No, John Hopewadi.
What's Hapawadi's first name? Nick Floston. Well, there you go. Did we get a fact check on what people from Barbados are called? Barbadians or Barbadosis?
Okay.
This is very insensitive.
No, it's not. I mean, we don't know.
It's just a question.
We've got to figure it out. It's a question.
Barbadians. There you go.
Did I say that?
Or
Bargians. Now we're
Yeah.
talking.
Now we're talking.
Bargians.
Yeah, okay.
Let's just
Adam Uze.
for
Yeah.
Okay.
for a quick second. Let's just pour a bit of liquor out and just have a moment of reverence for something real quick, Damo.
Swimply the best.
Tina Turner dead.
Yeah, she died this
Yeah,
week.
she did.
Sorry, I don't know why.
What are you laughing, bro?
I'm not laughing at that. I'm laughing at the song that
Bro.
just played.
So happy, man.
Rest
I
in
didn't know
peace.
her.
You laugh.
Nah, rest in peace, Tina.
One more. Yeah, bit of liquor out this time, please.
Swimply the best.
Put your pools out for Tina this week, I think. That's
I think we
it.
should all empty our pools.
Put your pools out for Tina. R.I.P. Swimply
Swimply
the
the
best.
best.
It happened. Okay, so it happened. I think the Tuesday last week, or maybe
Yeah.
Wednesday, when we had to put the post out about Swimply.
Yeah.
And it felt sort of insensitive, but
Did
you
it?
know what?
I don't reckon it
think,
did.
I think we did a hashtag Rip Tina just to.
Did we?
Yeah, I think so. Just to give her.
Did we? No, we fucking didn't. I'm looking at.
No, we did. Yeah, we did.
No, we didn't say R.I.P.
We
Hashtag.
did. We have to give us like.
It should have been hashtag SIP, swim in peace.
Yeah. This is for you, Tina.
Swimply the best.
Right, Swimply.
Swimply.
I jumped on Swimply today.
Yeah,
I
did
actually
you?
jumped on.
Was Dan's pool there?
There's pools popping up everywhere. Don't jump to pools popping up everywhere. When we first started this Swimply partnership, there was maybe 4 pools in. We're talking a bit of
4
sharing
pools in
going on.
Perth, yeah.
There's about 50.
Yeah.
It's popping
Wow.
off. And
There's that many options
So
now.
I zoomed into Hocking. So where's that pool? Haven't seen it being put up, Hammer.
Yeah, but that's because his wife, obviously, they've been talking about it, and she said no, but...
I tell you what, this week it's happening, boys.
I'm putting it on there.
We're
Come
putting
on.
it up there, Damo.
Damo, hit that. Come on.
Swimply the best.
In Hocking.
R.I.P. Tina.
Yeah, SIP.
Nah, but legit, guys, RIP.
If you want to,
Yeah, seriously, the way we got to stop joking about it. She's passed on now.
I'm not laughing.
Dan's laughing at the fact. That's okay.
I'm not laughing at her dying. It's
are you laughing
sad.
at?
No, it's sad. It's really sad.
Swim with the best. We picked the best moments of the AFL round.
I bet you Dan's put Tina Turner dying in another photo. Option C, Tina Turner.
So Swimply, if you want to pull, you got to pull. You got to download Swimply. The app.
You got a door, you got a gym.
Download it. That is exactly right. Think gyms, think doors, think Swimply.
Think pools, think
Of course.
Swimply.
All right, let's go to the first moment. We'll put this up on social media tomorrow on our Instagram, BackChat
This is a
_.
fucking good goal. How
This is
good
Cozzy
is
Pickett.
Look at this bounce.
Oh, Hayden Young just goes, see you later.
Let's go to the Adelaide Brisbane game.
This is amazing.
This is fucked, isn't it? Oh boy,
He's
yeah.
giving
And
the Eddie
give
Betts.
it to the crowd
He's
too.
giving the Eddie Betts. My pocket.
My pocket. All right, so this is Rochelle. Same game.
Fogarty flew. He gets a second bite.
This was pretty
Cherry
good, wasn't
Rankin somehow will handle
Bang,
inside.
handball.
Gets
Nah,
Rochelle,
nah.
Rochelle, go!
That's an elite.
And the celebration to boot too. He's happy.
They did a welcome to country and they did a smoking ceremony to start this game. Now, it was going down the line. No one quite knew what to do with the smoking ceremony. It was right in the faces of the players. And Isaac Rankin, followed by Wayne Malira. I think they really had done this before and they started waving the smoke in their face. So they started sort of – so then Rory Sloan afterwards, I might wave it in. Riley O'Brien, I might wave it in. And so all the boys started waving and really like warming it up and like get it going. It gets to Josh Rochelle and the fanning by the boys has – it's got to Josh Rochelle and it has set the straw pile on fire.
Stoked the flame.
And it has ripped his eyebrows off his face. Oh, yeah. So fair to say, Josh Rochelle started the game
On fire.
on fire.
Yeah, he started the game hot. Didn't
Don't
he?
ever jump in on something I've left like
On
that
fire.
before. My God.
Too long. There are your 3 moments, moment A, B, and C. A couple
Yep.
from the Adelaide-Brisbane game, all very good. We'll put that on socials.
geez, that's a
BackChat
tough one.
_. You can
I don't
vote
know
on
where
that,
I'm
and
going
the
for
winner
that.
gets released on Wednesday.
I don't know what I'm going for that.
Yeah, neither.
I know what I'm doing. Do you want me to say? No, we can't say. Batcher Backman Award, the favourite award of the AFL.
Yeah,
at
sucked
the
in
moment.
Gary Lyon. I
Yeah.
mean, this is what the people exist
That's what
for.
the people want.
Yeah.
Hammer doesn't really have much to do with it because he's not allowed to bet on games, but we look after the backman in the BlueBet. We look after the backman in the Backman Award. There's a BackChat by backman, for backman, and Hammer.
Absolutely. And this week, we've got 2 newcomers
Wow.
to the leaderboard, I believe.
Really?
Is that what they're called? Newcomers?
I haven't seen who. I have no idea what you're about to read out. I have no idea.
What would you like me to start with? 3 votes or the 1
No,
vote?
one
vote.
Absolutely one. No one's ever started with 3 votes. Like 3, and then by the 1, you're like, not even listening.
give it-
1.
1 vote. This is for you. Tom Duday.
Day.
He got 11 votes. I didn't give it away.
You do that all the time. What's wrong
Well
with
done.
you?
One vote, Tom
One vote,
Duday.
Tom Duday, yeah.
2 votes, Harris Andrews.
Harris.
There we go.
Seriously. Duday's from Geelong.
Yep.
And we love it.
We do
He gets
love it.
1 vote. When I'm talking about people I was speaking to on social media last night,
Duday was one of them.
he was one of them.
Okay,
Absolutely.
continue.
2 votes, Harris Andrews, who already has votes in the BackChat Backman Award. 3 votes. Any? Do you have any premonitions? Any predictions?
Harris Andrews
So this will be a
was
new.
2.
This will be a newcomer. Because you did say it would.
Oh,
be a
it's
newcomer.
not. I've just read they've misspelt the name on the list here.
I hope it's Jack Buckley.
It's not. Damn. So
Is it
they've
Sam
already had
Collins?
votes before. I'm just going to tell you what it is.
Yeah,
Sean
might be a good
Lemons.
idea.
Ryan Gardner, 3 votes.
Right.
There you go.
Ryan Gardner.
So that bumps him up. That bumps him up there. So Ryan Gardner, 3 votes. Harris Andrews, 2 votes. 1 vote. Tom Duday. BackChat Backman Award.
Nice. TB still in the lead.
TB still in the lead. Jack Buckley still.
Come on, JB. Come on.
Second and third place still at the moment. Dougal Howard, which we still don't know what his first name is.
Yeah, what the fuck is his first name? Dougal Howard.
Hammer, it's time for you to jump out because
That's great, 'cause
Scully
I
and I
gotta
need
take a
to talk
piss.
betting. You go do that.
Thank you.
Thanks, Hammer.
He did
Thanks.
play yesterday.
Well
You
done.
played
Up the
yesterday.
mighty
You got
Royals.
Doms. Look, BackChat Backman Award. That's great. I'm happy for Dougal Howard. Congratulations. No, not Dougal Howard. I'm happy for
Gardner?
Ryan Gardner.
Duday?
Ryan Gardner was a mid-season draft. And given that's coming up on Wednesday, he was actually one of those kids that picked up, I believe.
Was he?
Just a shout out. Now, the BlueBet BackChat bet brought to you by BlueBet. We're staying in defence. We're talking about spoils. We're talking about the best backman in the competition. And never have I been more confident in my life than putting this bet together this week.
Yep.
I'll tell you exactly what I did.
We're out on the golf course.
I got, and we're a bit under pressure of time. I said, you know what, just give me the best 6 spoilers in the game. So we said 5+ spoils for 6 players.
Yep.
Name them. Tell me how many spoils they had.
Okay, here we go.
You have the run sheet.
I just had to scroll down. Relax. Harris Andrews, Brennan Cox, Tom Barras,
Yeah.
Jack Buckley, Sam Collins, Isaba. So they were our multi that we put
They
together.
were, yep. Then tell me what spoils they got for each
Okay.
one.
Harris got 12. Brennan got 9.
Yep.
Tom Barras, 8. Always comes through. Jack Buckley, of course, 8. Sam Collins, 6.
Yep.
So we're 1 leg away. Isaba just needs to come home.
That's right.
You got 4.
That's right. So not only have we missed the spoiling multi by 1 spoil from 1 player, but he plays for Geelong, which is a dagger to my heart. And that's what's happened.
Do we need to go less legs moving forward? I think we're hitting on a lot of legs, and we're doing that multiple times every week.
No.
But I feel like we're getting let down at the end once.
If anyone wants to put input on the BlueBet BackChat bet, please do. But I don't think we do, no.
Okay.
We've literally had 5.9 players get exactly what we need, and Asava just couldn't get it done.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you think? No, that's fine. All right, let's keep doing what we're doing. Backman, it's the only place in the country that you're getting these sorts of markets.
That's correct.
BackChat, BlueBet. Hamid, can you come back in for a sec before we hear a bit more from Fleet Network? I'm going to throw one last question to you both about the mid-season draft. You just brought it up.
I'm back.
Mid-season draft's coming up. West Coast, Freo are both obviously going to get involved. West Coast more so. Scully,
Well, not really. They'll probably have the same amount of picks, actually.
Scully, to you, what do West Coast do mid-season draft?
I don't actually know, to
Get
be really
me
honest.
back.
Yeah, there we go. I haven't nominated, so I'm not quite sure how they're going to save the club.
Neither have I, so that'll be difficult.
Look, I don't know. I just keep saying Jack Buller's name because I know I think he's going to get picked up, and I've played on him. I know nothing about the waffle.
Yeah, Jack Buller's a pretty good player. There's a kid out of Perth, Harley something.
Reed?
Nah,
He kicked 5 on the weekend, didn't he?
someone Harley maybe. I think he's a young kid who did his ACL in his draft year and then hurt his elbow, and he is a star. Kicked 5 on the weekend. From all reports, Michael Sinclair was telling me the other day that this kid is a good player, so he might go.
The kid that's rumoured to go number 1 to West Coast apparently has put you to fucking shame, Hamish Brayshaw.
Has he really?
What do you do?
He lost 24 kilos this year to play AFL.
My God.
So
Why?
So Ryan Daniels
How?
put that out there. I texted Ryan. I said 24
24
kilos. How
kilos.
fat was this bloke? 24 kilos is a lot of weight.
That's
I don't
a
know.
shitload of weight.
Apparently that's what he's lost. 24 kilos.
That is-
Go
no,
from
that's
like
ridiculous.
a key defender or something.
He's
to
I don't know
midfielder.
anything about him other than he's got very red hair. He's a true ranger. He's got no sideburns and he's lost 24 kilos.
Bloody hell, 24 is a good effort. I don't think I could physically do that
Look
without
forward to
dying.
that West Coast.
Hammer,
series.
any notable mid-season draft picks that come to mind for you
Any notable mid-season draft picks that come to mind for
that
me?
are playing right now?
No.
Well, it's
No,
only
it
been
doesn't
going
mean
for a couple of
anything.
years.
It doesn't
hasn't
mean anything.
Well, Connor West is and
Name
Jai,
one. I actually
Connor
like-
West
like-
and Jai Cully are on our list, and they're 2 mid-season draft picks.
Yeah, correct. So Jai Newcomb was one.
Yeah, Jai Newcomb was one, and now
Well,
he's a
Dan's just
star.
thrown that to you without any notice or
without
any
any
research.
No, but I
whatsoever.
don't know. There's names here that I have in front of me, but I didn't know if it was just like a known thing or like John Noble. If I threw that name,
Oh,
at you.
yep, there you go.
John Noble,
Noble. Was
is
he
a
a mid-season
mid-season
draft?
draft
Shit,
for
there you go.
Collingwood.
Pickett,
Who?
Cozzy Pickett.
No.
Marlon Pickett.
Oh yeah, Marlon
Marlon
Pickett.
Pickett.
Mid-season draft into a grand final. There.
How about one of the winners of a Swimply, the best moment, Sam Durham,
There you go.
Sammy Durham.
Sam Durham.
He's very good.
Ryan Gardner.
Patrick Parnell won Mark of the Week and a Swimply of the Best Award. He's also won.
That's right.
Ryan Gardner just won 3 votes for the...
That's right. So there's some gems in there.
There is some. Yeah, there's a couple of diamonds in there.
I don't know if there is, to be honest. There's been a lot of carry on about the mid-season draft. I don't think it means much, to be really honest. You got 5 months of form of players that weren't good enough to be selected
In
at
the actual draft.
The actual draft. This isn't like an extra early access to the next crop of draftable players.
No, I
it's
don't know.
players
Is it-
that are not picked up last year.
Is it just your opportunity to like take a 23, 24-year-old who's really good, but some people in the draft might be like, oh, maybe he's passed.
Well, yes, it is, but like you could have just done that for the rookie draft. Just gone.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. It's interesting.
I don't think you're getting much talent out of this, to be honest.
Except for Marlon Pickett.
Looking to save thousands on your next car and bundle your running costs, Hammer?
Yes, I am.
Look no further than Fleet Network. I thought you might be. Salary package your car and unlock savings and benefits with a novated lease.
Novated, yep.
Novated leasing, you'll use your pre-tax income to pay for your car and running costs like fuel, servicing, rego, insurance. I wonder if they pay fines.
They better. Parking fines, speeding
You
fines.
paid mine yet?
Yep. Fine.
You have?
Yeah, I've done it.
Okay, thank you. This lowers your taxable income, saving you money. You should worry about this because bringing that taxable income, that big one of yours that you're rolling around with, saving you money and reducing the cost of running your car. Your repayment is drawn from your salary, so you don't need to do a thing, Hammer.
Wow.
Not needing to do a thing. That's got to be a
I
positive.
mean, I do like doing no things.
What's more, they'll source your choice of car from their nationwide supplier network and negotiate exclusive discounts. It sounds like Patreons, and I mean patrons. Plus, you pay no upfront fees and no GST on your car's purchase price. As novated leasing and salary packaging experts for more than 25 years. How old are you?
I'm 25. There you go.
Okay,
Oh,
thank you.
wow.
Me and Novated.
Fleet Network will make your move to novated leasing simple and stress-free. Getting started is easy. Contact Fleet Network today or visit their website, www.fleetnetwork.com.au to get started and feel the freedom of novated leasing. I know you don't like it when I say
You
www.
didn't put a dot
Yeah,
after it.
www Fleet. I think there's a dot in there.
Okay, you guys figure it out. You know what to do. Fleetnetwork.com.au.
Tomorrow on BackChat, something a little different.
Yep.
We'll do a lot of different sports.
Chris Hemsworth?
No, unfortunately, has he seen that?
Did he get back to you? He wouldn't have seen it.
No, quick update. He hasn't seen that. No.
That's fine.
Still sent.
Doesn't matter. It doesn't mean he hasn't responded. It just like,
No, it
hasn't
means
seen
he
it
hasn't. No, it means he hasn't responded.
It's weird that he's lost his phone, isn't it? You have to
Do you
feel
reckon
for
he
him.
manages his own social media though? 53 million followers.
Probably not.
Yeah, probably not.
I mean, BackChat doesn't manage their own social media, and we've got 17,000 followers. True
Absolutely.
story.
No, that's true. So tomorrow, no Chris, sorry, no Liam, and no, what's the third worst?
Sam?
Noel?
Luke.
Luke, is it Luke,
Luke
Hemsworth?
Hemsworth. He's good. He
Is
was
he?
on. He was on Thor. He was on Westworld. That's the one.
Yep.
That's it. all jam in there.
No, that's okay. All right, but Dan Ryan, West Coast Fever coach.
Yep.
Fun fact about Dan Ryan. Lost 27 games in a row as a rookie coach. Won his first game of the season, then
fun.
lost 27.
That's fun.
Left the competition, came back and won a premiership in his first year as the coach.
Nice.
That's huge.
That's a fun fact.
That is pretty good.
So so Dan Ryan was the captain of the Australian men's netball team.
Yep.
As a player, struggled to really fund his career. He was playing professional netball and basically was having to pay to play Hammer.
Yep.
And I asked him the question on the podcast, how did you fund it? Like what were you doing as a job to play? Because he was saying basically international competitions, they'd have to pay money to the competition organiser to get a team there.
Yep.
He said, look, to be honest, I didn't really have much of a job. I was like working in bars, I was doing nothing much. I won the Price is Right, the major prize. That's how I funded my international netball career.
Oh my God.
So if you want to hear what happened there, you got to listen to Dan. But it was a really incredible story. Not only from that side of his playing career, but he's transitioning into coaching. The adversity and a bit of resilience he had to show in terms of going through a bunch of loss to start with, and then building himself back up. And then they won the premiership last year. So it's a very, very good podcast.
Good on him.
Yeah, it's a bloody good episode. I felt like I could win a premiership of some sort after hearing him. It's very inspirational, very motivational. Dan Ryan is a good chat.
You said it, we read it.
Of course.
Something funny's happening over there. And we've missed it. I don't know. Just giggling.
What is it? Go on.
We run a tire ship over here. Nothing's
I
funny.
love you've got that
It's
microphone over there.
important.
That's great.
Yeah,
Absolutely. You
nothing
send
was
it.
funny.
We read it. If it's good, we'll read it. Brought to you by Leadable Cameras. Lydia and the team over there always look after us with everything we need for the podcast. Mics, cameras, lights, stands, SD cards they've got there, drones, binoculars.
Burgers soon.
Burgers soon, BackChat Burger. And we have asked this before, but we didn't get much feedback. If you want some feedback in terms of what ingredients are in the BackChat Burger, throw us some
Also,
options.
if you'd like to see Dan fight Lydio, if you'd like to be there watching.
I would more like to see that than the burger.
I think I would too. I mean, they sort us out with whatever we want, unless whatever we're after is living healthily, because you're going to get your ass kicked.
Where would we do the fight?
In the Leadable Cameras, I think.
That's right.
Up
on the deck, yeah.
On the deck.
Upstairs, cage fight. You know what the rules are. There's no.
I don't know what the rules are, and I'll get hurt. Anyways, Leadable Cameras providing with all things that we need for the podcast. Send us an email, hello@backchatpodcast.com.au. A few weeks ago, we didn't have any.
None.
And we put out the call. Now we have an influx, and we're having to.
we got a lot. We're
We're having
coming.
to cull a few.
Yeah, we're coming. Yeah.
I'm going to go to this
Got the
first
best of the best of the best of the best.
That's right. I'm going to go to this first one here from Luke Harris. G'day, lads and Dan. Congrats on
start,
episode 100 last week, and
Thanks,
love
mate.
the feature from The Boy.
Yeah, nice.
Question here for Scully and possibly Hammer.
Okay, sure.
I recently met a bloke that plays in my soccer team, and yes, I do play in the backline. He goes by the name of Callum Paper Talk,
Oh my God.
and told me after getting
Paper titties.
and told me after getting drafted to the Eagles as a rookie in 2012, he spent a year living with Scully with the same host family.
That's right.
Wondering if you might remember him, as well as what your thoughts are on the host family system in the AFL, specifically what it was like for you. That's from Luke.
Callum Paper Talk.
Do you know who Callum Paper Talk is?
The name is definitely ringing bells.
Mate, Callum Paper Talk was rogue, mate. And I love Cal, and he was a great bloke. But he'll say as well, he was raw. Like we're talking raw talent, but just not harnessed. He was doing some wild things. He was a backman, actually. He was running
Brian
around.
Burrows style.
Nah, mate, rawer than that.
Shit.
Yeah, no, Cal was out of left field. He was a good man, Cal. He was at my same host family as mine. Look, the host family situation for me was great. So came over to Perth, got a host family. They align you with a family that's similar to yours. So when you come over as like an 18-year-old, like I came over as a 17-year-old, I don't know how to do my washing, and I don't know how to do. Well, you're probably running some sort of operation at your house, but I wasn't cooking for myself. I wasn't doing any of those things. So to come over here, mine were great. So Callum Paper Talk, Ryan Davis was after me. I'm not sure exactly where Callum fit, maybe third or fourth. But we had this thing on our wall of the host family. So they had this like big memorabilia room. They had like premiership stuff. They're big Eagles fans. Anyway, they had frames of all the host kids they had. And it was sort of structured in a bit of like a pyramid form, and like there was one at the top, and then bang, bang, bang. And so anytime you went to dinner there, you would go into the memorabilia room and you would rearrange the photos.
Yourself,
And so like it was like this game that went on for like 6 years where like it would be like rearrange them, and then it turned into like stealing and hiding the other one. So it's just you hanging in the middle of the wall. And I trumped everybody. One time I took every piece of memorabilia down in the entire room, changed everything, and just had me in the centre of the room, the only thing hanging on the walls, and I won. That was it. I was done.
Game over. My hosties were awesome. Jude and Rich Smirks were my host family. I moved over and straight in City Beach. We had, who was before me? They'd done it plenty of times before me. Paddy Brophy.
Yeah, Paddy Brophy.
Malcolm Carpeney, Luke Partington. Then they had me. Then they had Jai Cully. They had Campbell Chesser.
Wow.
They've had a few, and yeah, they're excellent. They're stars. Still go around there weekly for dinner.
Do you?
Yeah.
What
weekly?
I go Sunday morning for breakfast, and then I'm going Wednesday for dinner. They asked me to dinner tonight. Can't. Sorry, I'm busy.
That's amazing.
Sorry, Jude and Rich. But yeah, no, they're crackers. Still got a garage remote. Still got a key to the house. Still know the alarm code.
Unreal.
So unreal. Yeah, they're awesome.
You don't have to name names, but was there host families that you'd be like, oh boy, you've got the Smiths?
There was a few over the years, and
Few have been phased out.
I don't even know their names because they were like
they were in and
removed.
out real quick.
Like rogue operators?
Well, it's like you sign up. You sign up essentially to be a host family. You have to you get vetted.
And it's not for the money.
No, you
It's
get
not for the
vetted.
money.
It's like, okay, yep, no worries.
They are doing it for the love of the club.
Yeah, there was a host kid who went into a host family. I'm not going to name names, but like this person went into the host family for the first year that they were a host family, and like came to the club one day and was like, "Geez, I'm hungry." So like the host family. Typically, it's a family. Like they feed you, they give you snacks and all the rest of it.
They let you shower and sleep.
They let you shower and sleep. Anyway, I'm like, oh, what's going on? He goes, oh, my host family like don't eat carbs. There's nothing in there. Like there's nothing in the house that I can eat. It's like there's no bread. You want bread? Go and get yourself bread. It's like I'm an adult. I can get bread. That's not the purpose of a host family. It's not to just send you to you got to fend for yourself. You're off with the wolves.
So is it free reign, like snacks in the pantry? Fridge.
It's
Depends
my
on
experience,
the
and
house,
it sounds like Hammer's experience was like I was
just a
like a
son.
son.
You're a son.
I'm a
Yeah, I
son
love
of
that.
theirs,
Exactly. So I lived with their daughter. After I moved out of theirs, I moved with some other players, and then midway through, Alex, my wife, and I lived with the daughter like she was my sister, basically. Like it became part of the family. That's what a good host family does.
Yeah, that's cool.
Bad ones, it's like you're in a boarding house.
Yeah.
And the housemaster doesn't give a shit about you.
Yeah. So I was.
Why would they do it then?
Yeah, it's
I don't
interesting.
know.
I was in the house. So I moved in there, spent a year there, moved out with my ex-girlfriend. We broke up, and they were like, "Come back and live with us." Went back and lived with them. Stayed there for another 2 years. Got a key to their house. Got a garage remote. I'm in the family group chat.
Unreal.
They got 4 kids. I'm in it, and it's awesome.
Can we talk about one of your ex-girlfriends real quick? Because she sent in a message to BackChat. You mentioned
It's like
on the Brayshaw episode how mid Skype conversation with this girlfriend, one of your brothers came in and belted you.
Kelly Aubrey.
she wrote back.
She messaged into the
she
What?
messaged me.
She
Me and
messaged-
Kelly have been chatting.
What?
Shout out to Kelly living in the South Palm Beach in the Gold Coast.
Oh, good spot.
Cracker. She's a great chick, and she just sort of
Remembered the time you got belted
she's
up
like,
by Will?
I
It was
remember
by
that.
Will, wasn't
yeah.
it?
It was by Will. She's like, yeah, I remember that. Like, thanks for the shout out of the pod. I remember it. Yeah, I remember you getting beaten up on the podcast. So
good.
shout out to Kelly. Next time in the Gold Coast, we'll have a beer. But she's she remembered me getting beaten up as
Childhood
a year old.
abuse. Yeah, perfect.
Childhood abuse.
That's a
anyway.
good episode if you haven't heard it.
Oh,
the
hilarious,
Brayshaws
yeah.
for the first time in history.
Ever.
All together on a podcast. It's a bloody
Any you said
bloody
that we
fun.
read it's left? Or?
Yeah, we got one more. This one's for Hammer. There's no name here, but this one's for Hammer.
Gotcha.
And I'd like to know if it was truly yourself who walked into my work at the self-serve of Woolies Karen Up on Saturday Arvo and proceeded to have a slight debacle with his shopping.
Ringing any bells?
Okay, well, I'll just keep reading. When he first walked in, my first thought was, that looks like Hammer.
It was me.
But then I thought, why would this bloke be at Karen Up on Saturday doing his shopping? Surely he's golfing or playing footy.
Is this you, Saturday?
I was Saturday at Woolworths going up, yeah.
Okay. Anyways, I continued to try to figure out if it was really him, the man himself, as I didn't want to go up to some random bloke and tell him I love the podcast.
Yes.
As I'm walking around,
You should have.
I hear him ask for some help and think,
Yep.
surely I'll be able to tell if it's him or not now. He'd somehow picked the worst garlic bread in the shops, which had half the barcode hide.
It's true.
So after scanning it through, I was hoping for an "oh shit yeah" or something to give some confirmation
was this
to
guy
it
that
being
worked
the
at
West
Woolworths?
Coast
Did he help
legend
me out?
Hamish Brayshaw.
Yeah, there you go.
Unfortunately, he didn't so I carried on
Just
with
working.
another customer to then see he's about to leave to drop all of his shopping out of the bottom of the dodgy
my
paper,
bag broke.
out of the dodgy paper
this
bag,
was me.
and need someone to give him one of their bags so he could carry it all out.
Oh my God.
So yeah, this was me. So
It says next time, mate, just buy 2 bags and even out the load. Hope this makes sense. Otherwise, it probably wasn't Hammer, and I was right about not having to tell a random person that.
no, it was definitely me.
So you've had an absolute mare.
Well, here's what happened. I went to Karen Up. I went to Uniqlo and bought a pair of pants. So I had the Uniqlo bag, the paper bag. Walking through, I didn't expect to get as much as I did from the shops.
You got carried away.
Got carried away. I'm
Garlic
making
bread.
stuff for dinner. I'm like, needed a garlic bread. Went and like saw this garlic bread. I was like, yeah, sweet. Anyway, scanned it first because it was at the top of my bag, and it said item not found.
Right.
And I was like, oh, okay, sweet. So it scanned and said item not found. I tried to search it, couldn't find it. So I just popped it to the side.
searching garlic bread.
Yeah, pretty much. Anyway, scanned everything else, put it all in my bag, and like the annoying thing about the scales there, it's like if you put a bag with something in it, it's like unknown item in the bag. So I put the bag down the bottom and just scanned all my items and put them on the thing, and then like the garlic bread was first, and I was like, excuse me, mate, like I can't. This isn't on the thing. Like this is apparently not an item that you guys sell. He tried to scan it. It's like he was stretching the barcode out. It was tucked under the thing, and it's like. So I got it to scan. It said item not found. He was like, it would have taken like a good minute. Yeah, just like 60 seconds of just like fiddling with this thing. Finally got it to work. I was like, oh, thanks, mate. Anyway, paid for it and then put the stuff in my Uniqlo bag on the floor. As I went to pick it up, the Uniqlo bag split. I was like, oh, fucking hell. So I've like sandwiched it together. I'm carrying it under an arm, walking out with the garlic bread in my hand. And this woman just goes, do you want this other bag? And I said, yeah, sweet. So I grabbed that other bag, walked out to my mate who was waiting outside Woolworths, said, open this, poured my stuff in there. So yeah, that was me.
So what's his name?
There's no name on this.
Just Hammer.
So that
was me on Saturday at Karen Up. Yep.
very good.
Shitting my pants in the self-serve.
That is very
essentially.
good.
Yeah.
That is good gear. Like
That's
that a
very
lot.
good. Well, it's good to see. If you do see Hammer out shopping, send us an email. Hello.
Yeah. But more importantly, if you see Dan out shopping, I'd like to hear about that.
There wouldn't be anything irregular about
I reckon there would be.
I don't
wearing a
use
rash
those
vest or
self-serve. I don't use those self-serve checkouts.
You're on the horn in the car park.
Sorry, what?
Get out of my way.
Say that again.
I don't
don't.
use the self-serve checkouts.
Why?
Because they take so much longer, and like I'd rather keep people employed and keep using.
You'd rather keep. Who the fuck do you think you are, mate? Mark McGowan over here.
Mate,
Seriously.
So my shopping bill is usually I do one big shop a week or so. It's usually $230, $240
Put it here, mate.
Right? Legend alert.
Yeah,
Okay,
buddy.
$240. I'm not scanning $240 of yogurt pouches
That's
and
fair.
like all that shit. It just takes too long.
Love that you went with yogurt pouches.
There's so many of them.
Yeah.
Let's hear some fines. BackChat podcast
and lube and stuff like that.
No.
Viagra pills because I'm such a legend over here. $230.
Nah, it's a fair point.
Magnums.
I'm on Dan side. I'm on Dan side.
Yeah,
We're not all single bachelors rolling around carrying up shops.
buying random loaves of garlic bread.
Some of you got
willy-nilly.
family to provide for, mate. I'm sorry.
That's true.
Seriously.
backchatpodcast.com.au/fines. It's the best way to send
It
fines in.
only
You can
way.
record a message. It's
My favourite part of the
the only
show.
way.
best way and the only way. If you send them in any other way, I'm not reading them out.
Wonder if Chris Hemsworth put one in.
Maybe that's what he's waiting for.
Yeah.
This could be a fine. It's so easy. You literally go to that website, you record a message, send in a fine, leave your name because it's funny.
Yep.
And give a fine to someone. Damo, let's hear the first one.
G'day, Novateds and Dan.
Got him.
Love that.
I was just catching up on some BackChat episodes recently. And in one of them, Dan said he was a, quote, West Ham boy. It's very disappointing because I recall him saying last year that he was a Swansea fan. Wow. Now, I reckon that's a $10 fine.
Jeez, that's stiff.
For being a bandwagoning flog. Also, Dan, West Ham have been shit this season, only just avoided relegation. And don't give me this shit about West Ham in the Premier League and Swansea in the Championship. You pick fucking one team and you stick with them, you glory-hunting maggot.
You were initially shaking your head, but I think
Yeah,
you've
and
come
then I
round.
remembered.
Yeah.
I remembered.
Yeah.
Because Butsy's a West Ham fan.
Right.
And
I'm-
I was
yeah.
it was a bit,
No,
it was
Butsy's
a
an
bit of
Arsenal
troll.
fan.
Of course. I'm forever
Oh,
blowing
that's right.
bubbles.
And West
West
Ham
Ham
beat
beat
That's West Ham, isn't
That
it?
was the joke.
Green Street Hooligans.
Yeah,
That's
that's
West
good.
Ham, yeah. I'm forever blowing bubbles. Frodo Baggins.
G'day lads, Sid on me face here, and I'm finding Mac $5 for kicking 1 goal 6 in school footy. You know, it's pretty poor effort. You know, another one of them, and you're going to be stuck at fullback next week. Cheers, legends.
Nothing wrong
School
with
is this guy going
Nothing
to?
wrong with
It's like a 40-year-old man at school.
Yeah. He did
Sounds
sound
like
old,
an
didn't he?
Look, I appreciate it. That's a good find. I'll take
Great
that on
find.
board.
Take that, Mac.
Scully, Hammer, and Daniel. I'll be phoning my good mate Klaz for coming over last Friday night, annihilating 3.5 bottles of cheap red,
Oh.
proceeding to fall asleep on my couch with cab sab stained lips and teeth. Not a good look.
I've been there.
All whilst he was watching the 2013 Freo prelim final at Subi. Get over it. It's fucking 10 years ago.
So niche.
Fair enough.
And then when I woke up in the morning, I was greeted with a fucking foot-long kanga. There was a bee's dick of touching the fucking toilet seat. And Klaz was nowhere to be fucking seen.
He's lassoed it.
Have a good hard look at yourself, mate.
Klaz has just
$10.
dropped and ran. Wow.
Klaz.
Oh, I like it. I got to be honest. I really like it. Some incredible niche viewing, 2013 prelim final.
Yeah.
But haven't we all been there on the couch,
we
drinking
have.
red wine,
Cab
messaging
sab,
Chris
And then-
Hemsworth?
And then,
that's what
then the big poo and run. I find that is just that's humour. My oldest brother tells this story. He Aaron Vanderberg. Do you remember him?
Yep, Hawthorne.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Hawthorne.
the guy that was smacking the ground in the fight. Massive big brawl, and he was pounding the ground.
Why?
Anyway, his
Anyway,
brother.
don't remember.
His brother was in the army, like growing up. When they first got to Adfar, he was in the army with my brother Will, and Will didn't like him very much. In fact, hated him. And this guy lived in like another dorm block, essentially. So whatever it is, dorm A. Vanderberg lived in dorm B, and just grinded his gears the wrong way. Anyway, one night, do you know what a reverse kangaroo is?
Yes.
Yeah, so he's gone over to Vanderberg's toilet and just reverse kangaroed, left it, and then walked away. Just got him. Don't know what he'd done. Just dropped a reverse kangaroo and walked out the door.
Shout out Richie Vanderberg.
Yeah.
I heard recently on a podcast someone saying that was a rule of their footy trip, that the last day of their footy trip, everyone had to reverse kangaroo all day.
Really?
I can't remember what pod that was on recently, but I heard that.
Not Richie Vanderberg. Aaron Vanderberg was at Melbourne, I think, with Angus.
Right. So Richie is the
Cousin, maybe? I don't know.
right. Okay. I
Anyway.
was thinking of Richie.
G'day, blokes who have their upper bodies exposed when they swim. And Dan, Wilma Fingerdo here, dishing out a $2 fine to those fellas who send in their fines with worse audio quality than messages sent through string and a fucking styrofoam cup. Like, seriously, there's an option to listen after you finish the recording. The fines are the second favourite part of my week, behind hearing Hammer's best mates getting votes in the BackChat Backman's Award. So respect the fine system enough to listen to your horrific entry again before you ruin my fucking week and submit that shit. Be better.
Is that Jack Buckley? Was that Jack Buckley?
That wasn't Jack Buckley.
Couldn't back that fine enough.
Oh,
by
no,
the
that's
way.
perfect.
That was
Outstanding.
perfect audio as well.
Humour,
Yep.
name in there, funny, and just delivery.
Bit of aggression, but also quite stable.
Yeah, beautiful.
Thanks, Jack.
G'day, lads, and Dan. Dixon between the legs here again.
Dixon. Like Dixon.
Got to find myself today.
Fair enough.
I was pretty up and about, pretty aggressive towards Hammer. Sorry about that, mate. About how he said the Saints are going to finish on the bottom of the ladder.
Yep.
Look, after 4 weeks, I was pretty up and about. 4-0.
And now they're shit.
Since then, we've fucking shat the bed. We've absolutely fucking shat it.
Yes,
And we've just lost the fucking Hawthorn.
Yep.
Fucking.
Yep.
So we probably will end on the bottom of the ladder.
Yep.
Harley Red's ours.
No.
Yeah, look. Sorry about that. Yeah, that's $2 for me. That's pretty poor form. I'll move on. I'll get better. Yeah.
The one thing
Yeah,
we
good.
really appreciate here at BackChat is someone like able to fall on their own sword.
exactly.
And Dixon's
Fuck
been able to do that.
Thanks, Dixon.
What?
I thought you were going to say something else.
What?
No, let's go to the next fine, please, Damo.
Okay.
Well, that's all of them. Oh, that wraps up BackChat, episode 101. We're on a journey to another 100. We'll do something big for episode 200.
Yeah. I reckon we can get Chris Hemsworth on the podcast.
For 200.
I reckon we could. 100 podcasts away. It's like 2
we'll
years. It'll be fine, mate.
We'll get him. That's fine.
Yeah, that is true. 2 years away.
If he writes back to this, I'll put it on social media.
Okay, very good.
It'll be the worst thread of all time.
The spelling typos. You went away thinking that's a good message.
Oh, he would have closed that and thought,
35 minutes ago,
fuck, I've done well there.
He's just put a photo up with Stylebender, who we interviewed.
Reach out to
Israel Adesanya. We interviewed here in Perth.
Yep.
And Alex Volkanovski. He's just put a photo up 35 minutes ago.
Reach out to the Volk.
I reckon that's a sign.
It's a
I'm
sign
gonna have
that
to
he's
double hit him. I like the photo.
Well, I'll tell you what.
I like the photo.
That's a sign that he doesn't actually control his own social media and he's lost his phone because otherwise he would have responded.
That's a good
Of course,
point.
backchatpodcast.com.au is where you can sign up to be a patron. We bloody love you over at Patreon. VIPs there. We have codes for all of our sponsors, including Whippersnapper Whisky, Margaret Roasting Co, BlueBet, Shelter Brewing Co, Leadville Cameras, Fleet Network, Swimply, and of course, Fleet Network, who I just said, they power the podcast.
They do.
They're powering BackChat podcast through season 2023.
Get a car with them.
Have you entered the VIP box draw?
Get
if you
a car.
sign and settle with Fleet Network, I'm hearing electric cars are popular right now.
Apparently.
They've got them. I want a Tesla. I've got a Isuzu MUX out the front. It's very good. Get me in a Tesla, Fleet Network, and we'll get the sign settled, VIP box at Freo Games. They could win the flag.
They could do. They're back. Flag Mantle is back.
That's correct.
Are we going to order the merch?
Yes.
Don't hack us though.
Yeah, no, please.
Stop hacking the website. Don't do
I think
that.
we're actually sold out. There's nothing left over there.
No,
no.
Indy says there's something left, so please don't hack us.
Don't hack the website.
We would hate for our shelves to be completely empty. Okay,
Yeah,
so
that
please
would
go
suck.
backchatpodcast.com.au/merch. Password is backchat. Please don't hack
not.
us. Patrons,
Don't
stick
do it.
around because we've got a very, very special something for
We
you.
do.
Straight
Really?
after this.